Hey, good afternoon everybody. I just wanted to give you an update on what's been going on with Hope for Hasty over the last week. You'll be aware that we've been a bit quieter than usual, but it has been half-term week, so we've been constantly trying to keep the kids entertained and take them out and do bits and bobs with them to keep them out of trouble and keep them quiet. And that's gone reasonably well, but we haven't been able to give all of our attention to Hope for Hasty as we have previously, so apologies for that, but things will start anew and afresh on Monday morning. I just wanted to let you know what we've been up to this week. In line with some of your suggestions, I've reached out to Royal British Legion. I've also reached out to SAFA and also to Help for Heroes. I'm not sure if we'll get much help from Help for Heroes because they're really focused on helping injured service personnel and veterans. But SAFA are going to meet with me. One of their caseworkers is going to have a chat with me and see if they can get any other charities engaged to help us with either fundraising or sharing our message or in any other ways that we maybe haven't even considered. So that's something to look forward to. We're also looking forward to a number of different events in the next week or two. On the 29th of Feb, Saturday, we are having a walk for hope in our local area where we're going to be meeting up with other families in and around West Byfleet where we live who have supported us in all kinds of different ways, and they've been really amazing. So it's an opportunity for us to say thank you to them for everything that they've done, and then also just give them an update on what we've been up to, and just have a good time and celebrate all the heroes and champions for Hasty that exist in our local community, of which there are many. On the same day, on the 29th, we also have members of Four Scots who are undertaking a triathlon, a huge triathlon in 4-man teams. I think they've got 3 4-man teams, maybe 4 coming up soon. And they're going to be swimming a huge distance, cycling and running and doing all kinds of things, and I imagine they will raise thousands and thousands of pounds. They're doing it for a number of different charities, 3 different charities, of which we are one, and for that we're really thankful. So to Lisa McFadden, who contacted me and said she wanted to do this for us, thank you, we really appreciate it. We're also looking at 10 miles of burpees in the grounds of Sandhurst on the following week. Not looking forward to that because I'll be taking part in that and it'll be hideous, but it should be a great event. Hopefully raise a lot of awareness and a lot of funds for Hope for Hasty and what we're trying to achieve. And once we're doing that, we'll do some live feeds and we'll keep you up to date with exactly how painful it is, and be under no illusions that will be hideous. And what else? I also want to give a specific shout out to our Heroes for Hasty. If you've been watching the page, you'll know that now lots of kids have also got involved with raising funds for Hasty, which is really amazing and beautiful to see. And I wanted to just give them some special recognition because we as adults have money to spare. You know, we go to work and whatever else, and although we have bills and things, we can always spare £1 or £2. But I remember being a kid and you'd have had to wrestle me to the ground to get a pound out of my hand. So any kid out there who's offered any kind of help or support, it just blows my mind, and I think it's amazing. So I want to say thank you to Annabelle and Nicholas, who've been doing some baking for Hasty, which is great. To Shayna Hardy, who has drawn a really epic picture and is selling it, and I think bids for that are currently at £35, so well done to her. To Neo, beautiful girl who has said to her dad, I'm willing to give up my birthday money to go to Hope for Hasty, which is amazing. What a special kid. Robin, who gave up her pocket money. Logan and Holly, who we know well, who lived on our patch but are now in Cyprus, who've been collecting change from all over the Cyprus patches and counting it up, and I think they've gathered quite a lot of money, so thank you to those guys. Cameron, who's been donating his football money, and I hope he's been scoring a lot of goals. I'm sure he has. Thank you to you. Lewis, who's also been doing some fundraising for us and giving up some of his hard-earned pennies, well done. To Maddie, who's been sending great messages, and for Jasmine, who's been giving up some of her Christmas fund already, even at this early part of the year. What an epic bunch. And of course a special thanks to my 2 little boys, Amir and Naveed, who Naveed took part in a cross-country race and raised, I think, £217 for Hope for Hasty, and Amir, who is organising a Dungeons and Dragons charity gaming event with some of his friends in about a week or so, and we're really looking forward to that. To have so many heroes for Hasty is just amazing, and if those little kids can do it and they can part with the few pennies that they've got, you know, and send those beautiful messages. We as adults should follow their example, and indeed you have, to be fair, and you've all done great things. You'll notice if you're watching the page and you've been watching the numbers as keenly as I have that our growth has slowed down a little bit. So this is just a final plea, or the follow-up plea from me, that if you're on the page and I've looked at the page and you haven't yet clicked the join button right at the top, click join. Join the community, post in the page, send us a message, that would be great. If you can make a donation, that's super. If you're on the page, please use the invite button. You know, I'm aware some of you will be far more social media conscious and savvy than I, and maybe don't want to share lots of charity things, and you'll have concerns about irritating friends or whatever else, you know, and I get that, and that's perfectly normal, and I understand it. But I just want to say that everybody who's come to our page, I think, feels fortunate to be part of what we're trying to do. No one else is going to do this for Hasty, and I'm just a dad and I can't do it on my own. And we really need people who want to be part of this, who recognise that we don't need the help of the government or the NHS or a big pharmaceutical company or anything else to change the world. If we want to create a treatment for a little girl, my daughter, and for other kids who have CDLS, just like her, who have the same gene dysfunction, then we can do it. We set our minds to it, and we all put our hands in our pockets for £1 or £2, £10, whatever you can afford, or just share the message or send a message of hope and encouragement, then together we can change the world. And it only costs £400,000. And that's, for us right now, at almost 40,000 members, that's a tenner each. Tenner each, less than the cost of a Chinese. You could change the world and the lives of thousands of kids now and into the future. That's how much hope costs. But we're early days yet. Keep revisiting that invite button. Help us have hope for Hasty. It's getting very dark now and I'm sat in the wood in the middle of a walk. But please re-invite, revisit it. Please be part of creating hope for Hasty. We love you guys. Well done.